And welcome to Fashion Watch. I'll introduce my lovely panelists tonight. We have Ian Bogwa, Carol Odero, Annabelle Onyango, and Robert Burale. You know them well. They are resident panelists. I think you guys really make people sweat in Nairobi. Do people come up to you and they're like, please don't judge me, don't look at what I'm wearing? Yeah. It happens.
They do, they do.
Some abuse us.
Some abuse you.
Yeah.
You say it with such ease. You're like, oh, no biggie.
Like we can.
Part of the job.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to try and figure this out with you top fashionistas. We're going to go through some of the looks tonight. Let's start with the first picture, which is from a derby event that took place in Nairobi. So we have two guests there wearing dresses and hats. Annabelle, what do you think?
I mean, I think derbies are always a really tricky one in terms of what to wear because it's kind of formal, but it's kind of casual. It's outdoors. It's hot. So you're juggling all these different scenarios. And I think these two women actually have done a really good job. They're wearing what I would call church casual, Janet, which is when you want to go to church, but you don't want to like overdress. So you wear sort of a nice dress, a decent hat, a flat shoe. And I think they're doing a good job. And if you notice the girl behind them, behind the girl in the red dress, there's someone in jeans.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which
the photo bomber.
Yeah, which is, don't do that. Don't go to a derby in jeans.
In jeans. All right, let's go to Ian and Carol before we hear from Robert. What do you think?
The last thing people do at a derby is, the last thing is about the horses, really.
That's true.
They just go there. It's to mingle.
Yeah.
And if you're going to mingle, if you're a lady, you're going to show off what you're wearing. So what they're wearing is just, it's passable. Because it's always the hats and how you're going to get all dressed up.
Yeah.
So for them, it's okay.
It's meh. It's not as amazing as you'd expect at derbies. Carol, what do you think?
I agree with Ian. It's very meh. I mean, if you go to a derby, you can wear a simple outfit. Yes, the dress can be simple, but it helps to have a very, interesting hat. So you can make the outfit surround the hat. If you have a simple hat, a simple dress, but if you have a simple dress, it's also better to go with a more sophisticated kind of hat because it's all about the hat.
Yeah.
You want that to be your statement. And I'm not sure about them being barefoot. It's easier to just carry flats and then have them in your bag, and then you can switch your shoes as time goes by.
Okay.
Yeah.
Robert?
Absolutely boring.
Both of them?
Totally useless. Sorry, pardon my French, but the problem is you don't.
Are we okay?
Do
you need a moment?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
No, dressing in those bourgeoisie hats, and then you're holding a plastic cup with some cheap alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No. Get us some nice wine glass then.
Well,
so
it's not the organizers bad.
Yeah.
No.
So
I mean, we're not judging the organizers. We're judging. I mean,
so you feel? I think the three of you feel like they needed to be more dressed up. Annabelle is like it could pass, for the event. Okay, let's see if we can move on to the next one. If we have the next picture. Okay, the same event, I believe, the same derby, and the three gentlemen there. Okay, that's the picture that we're looking at. Robert, maybe we can start with you.
The lady is okay, but you don't hold your wife like that on the shoulders.
How do you know it's his wife?
We don't know.
I believe it's a wife. If they're British,
Or
especially
a mom, or an auntie, or
whatever.
anyone.
Okay, but you don't hold a female like that.
Okay.
As a man, that is like you're holding a fellow rugby player.
Yeah.
You don't hold a woman like that.
Should he just have had his hands by his side? Or
Yes, or if
like
that's
that?
the mom or the wife, I think the waist is okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in terms of how he's dressed?
Oh, fantastic. I just wish he could, we didn't see his badge, his working badge.
Okay.
But the suit fits him well.
Right.
The tie is absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
The lady, I can't say much to be honest. She's standing like she's about to be suspended from school.
All right, Carol, what do you think?
Well, I love what the lady's wearing. It's exactly this kind of simplicity I was talking about. If you have a classic dress, then you can do something vavavoom with the hat, and she's done that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the gentleman, and what Robert is saying is exciting. He probably should have worn something lighter in color, spring colors, because it's outdoors, it's a derby. This looks like office wear.
Quite drab.
You should wear something like Siasaka, a thin kind of cotton fabric. It's very light, lime green, a kind of soft color. This is a bit too formal.
Too formal.
Yeah.
Ian, do you agree? Too formal?
I agree. It is too formal. He's probably one of the organizers, and to him, that is office. She's dressed really well. It's only the posture. She looks very uncomfortable.
Yeah, and a bit. What do you think in terms of the hat and the dress, Annabelle, clashing too much, or do you think it's a good mix?
I mean, I think it's a good mix. We were just talking earlier that the women really have to sort of bring it in terms of their headwear, and she's bringing it. I think she looks really appropriate. I will say, though, I think Robert went to America and came back with a concussion. Because the guy looks terrible. That's terrible. I mean, it's a baggy suit. Why do you have a baggy suit in your closet?
Is it baggy?
Yeah, I mean, he's a young man. He's a young man, but you cannot tell because he's wearing a baggy suit. So, guys, if your suit isn't going to be tailored to your body, just don't wear it.
Yeah. I have to agree with that. I was so distracted by his suit and I forgot to look at the dress. But yeah, do we have the next image that we can bring up? Let's see if we can take a look at that. We have the Derby. I know we have Groove Awards as well, and a surprise picture at the end. I don't know if we can have the other image come up. Okay, there we do. There we have it. We have 3 gentlemen still at the Derby wearing suits. We'll see if we can bring that. Okay, we have it. Men in suits. Annabelle, what do you think?
I mean, again, sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. I think event organizers, yet again, tell the people who are coming to your event how they must dress, because everybody is completely confused. I would say the man and the gentleman in the middle, that's okay. He's not doing too badly. The gentleman on the left.
The one who looks like Owen Wilson.
With the 3 buttons.
The hat.
Buttons at the bottom.
3-button suit. With
the bottom one button. The bottom one button.
I mean, I won't even continue.
You're like, I'll just move on from Carol.
The only thing I like about this picture is the Owen Wilson look-alike pants. That's it.
All right. Yes. You like his khaki pants?
The khaki pants are the only thing. You know, if you're looking for something to wear the Derby, that would be the first place to start. Everything else just does not work.
For the other 2 gentlemen, not for him. Robert?
He likes the man with the 3-button suit. That is criminal. The gentleman on the right, he has a nice suit because that's definitely a Super 160 and above, but unfortunately it's not fitting well. But you can tell it's not a very cheap suit in as far as material is concerned. The guy in the middle is just like a schoolboy who found 2 celebrities and is gotten excited. The coat is all over the place. But the gentleman who has done something very criminal is the guy in the 3-button and then you button the bottom one. He looks absolutely confused.
Right. Before we move on to the next picture, we've talked about fitted suits so many times for men. Why do you think a lot of them are still not getting it right?
It's because they're buying it. They're buying them and taking them straight off the shelf, off the rack, and wearing them.
Sort of tailoring
instead of tailoring.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Or they're wearing the same suit that they had 10 years ago.
That's the, can you update a suit that you had 10 years ago? Is that also criminal?
Yes, you can. If it's a 2-button suit, you can, or a 1-button suit, you can definitely take it to a tailor and have it fitted. Or what's the word, Carol, that you use when you? It's not custom. It's
no, the word she used. Bespoke.
Bespoke is starting from scratch.
But also another problem we have is also the culture. We see some men in so-called fitted suits mistaking the word fitting to wearing very tight clothing. I see men with trousers, they're like tights, and it puts people off because, especially as an African, our culture tells us not to overshow things. So fitting suits is not a license to wear tight clothing. And that's why many people are getting it wrong.
Where they get it wrong. Okay, do we have the next image? Can we bring? Okay, so now we've moved on to the Groove Awards, and that's Willie Paul, obviously a well-known artist, is also a nominee, I believe. Is he? Oh, that's nomination. I don't think he's a nominee, but it's nomination.
Yeah, that was nomination.
So he's kind of going for a Justin Bieber-esque look, and Robert is like, what is that?
I've seen the guy dressed in suits before. I think when you try to go for this look, you get so confused because we try to ape the Western people, and we get it all wrong. The moment you try to ape someone, you are worth 2 shillings, which is the price of a photocopy.
So you don't think he pulled it off?
No, because he works out, and if he pulled off smart casual, I've seen him looking better. He looks like he has just had a performance next door, and he remembered there's a ceremony he was invited. So this is not a look. He has looked better, and I think he should do better.
Ian?
I totally agree. That is for a function like that. Unless he was performing. But if he was going as a nominee, which I guess it was.
It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
Carol, do you think he pulled it off?
I'm not sure what was there to be pulled off. The thing is that this is a Groove Awards nomination party. What was the event about? What was it like? Because it's a red carpet event. I'm not sure if every event has to be a red carpet event, because that's also very confusing. It kind of takes away the prestige of a red carpet event if you constantly have to keep dressing up and dressing up. Occasionally you have to let musicians dress like this when they go for events. You know, sometimes they should have a get-together with the really young fans. And I mean, this guy's young. He's like a kid.
Yeah.
He's supposed to dress like Justin Bieber. He's supposed to make mistakes.
He's allowed to do this.
He's supposed to look terrible on the red carpet like this. Personally, I don't see anything. I can't fault him for this look. He's still learning, and of course he's going to be doing the suits, and then sometimes he'll be doing things like this.
Yeah.
For a Groove nomination party, I think it's fine. For the red carpet final event, probably not this.
All right. It demeans red carpet.
Yes.
Annabelle?
Yeah, it demeans red carpet. I think that's the best way to put it. I think this is completely generic.
Yeah.
I mean, there are guys who sell me clothes at Toy Market who dress better than Willie Paul is dressed right now.
Wow.
I mean, at
The
least
shade tonight.
I mean, the redeeming factor is that the shirt that he's wearing, I think, is a Kenyan-made brand. So that's cool to support local brands. But aside from that, yeah, no effort put in. He's a good-looking guy, not a great outfit.
Not a great outfit. Next outfit for the Groove Awards. Yeah. Annabelle, what do you think?
I mean, the polar opposite, and I love it.
Do you?
I adore it.
What do you love
Janet.
about this?
I love, okay, first of all, it's tailored, and I think tailored is where things go right, not wrong.
Yeah.
I love the fact that this is a broken suit, so it's not overdressed. If this is a nomination event, then, you know, you don't have to overdress like Carol said. There's a certain sort of smart casual element, and I love that this is a tailored smart casual element. I love the fact that it's broken by the fact that he's wearing 3 different shades of blue and not just one, so it makes it casual. And I love the fact that he's added the mixed prints of red and the double-breasted jacket. I think it's perfection. This man is perfect. His smile.
And on trend.
And on love it.
Okay. Nice. Do you feel the same way?
I think this year he's the best dressed male we have seen on the show.
Really?
Absolutely
Truly.
fantastic. The combination of the tie and the shirt is A1. He brought his A game. Whoever he is, kudos. And most Kenyan men need to look at him and know how to dress. And of course, he's dressed his body absolutely fantastic, because the double breast just doesn't go with anybody. If you have a public opinion, I mean a big stomach, you cannot wear that.
I just need a moment to take that.
No, totally agree. Very, very well dressed. The colors, everything, and he's standing very confidently.
Yeah.
And which makes the picture before that even worse.
And Carol?
Oh, it's very beautifully done. You know, he's done the whole mix of, like Annabelle said, the blues and the reds. It's a very good way to contrast it. And he didn't go black, because everybody tends to lean towards black, and black can be very aging and very formal even when you don't want it to be. And I love that he went for a double-breasted suit, and the silver buttons make them pop. He looks great. He looks interesting. I mean, really, he looks like he's with it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that. Do we have the next image? Okay, the next image, which that's Sakaja. Okay, and again, just okay, there he is. Just again wearing a suit. Everyone, Carol. Yeah. What do you think of the fit of the suit?
Well, it's a poor fit. Again, we talked about getting your stuff tailor-made. Just because you buy a suit doesn't mean you have to wear it exactly the way you bought it.
Yeah.
Just have about 2 tailors who can make it fit according to your body, because they know what to do. They know where exactly to make the suit fit. This, again, a big suit on a big man makes him look bigger. And even though it's black. Well, probably not a work suit. He probably should not have left the office and gone straight to the red carpet with this. He should have found a way to make it more youthful. Because this makes him, I know you want to be, well, probably presidential, if that's the word for it. But you also want to fit in with where you're going. If you have an event and it's young people and it's a music event, you want to look the part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Annabelle, for his stature, tall, relatively big, what kind of suit should he have worn? What kind of fit? What kind of, what kind of suit?
I mean, it's like what Bob had said earlier, is that skinny suits are not for everybody, but a fitted suit is for everybody, meaning that your suit should always somehow conform to your shape, to your body. And a professional will know how to do that for you. And it's unfortunate because this is a young man and his baggy suit has aged him.
A lot. All right. Robert?
I don't have a problem with his suit.
Really? Oh my God.
I don't.
You like how he looks?
Because I'm looking at the shoulders.
Okay.
I'm looking at the shoulders. Honorable Sakaja is not slender. I'm looking at the shoulders, and I think it fits well.
Look at the
Well,
trouser.
that is fine. You can look at the shoulders. The shoulders are the most important
Look
part
at
of
the trousers.
yes.
I'm looking at the shoulders.
But what about how flat the torso? How does the torso look?
You see,
and how does the trousers
one thing
look?
you must understand is that he's a man who has clearly understood his body. Because the worst thing is for a big-bodied person to wear something fitting,
We don't
and
want
then
him to
what
wear slim
happens
fit.
when you button it, it gathers, and you look confused. So what he has done, he has understood. I'm looking at the coat. It
Okay.
fits absolutely fantastic.
Ian, you
My
don't like the
opinion.
fit.
The trousers. Look at the trousers.
What about them?
The trousers give him
A bit
hips.
full-
No,
a
they give
bit
him
what?
hips. They make him look pear-shaped, and you want to look narrow and lean when you're wearing a suit. So it's supposed to have a V shape as a man. You know, the broad shoulders, the narrow waist, and then
going.
yeah. So that's the shape you want to
Okay,
look.
we have to move on to the next one. We have to move on to the next one. Let's see if we can bring up the next image on our screens. Let's see if we can pull that up. Okay, that's the one, the broken suit with the peace sign.
Yeah.
Okay. Carol.
With the peace sign. Well, I love this look on him. I mean, it's very young. It's very trendy. I love the blazer, and I love that he didn't try to do a lot of stuff with his accessories and his hair. I'm not sure about the shoes, though. I feel like he could have gotten a better kind of shoe.
You don't think it matches?
No, probably something like loafers would have been better. But other than that, I can't fault the rest of his look. It looks good.
Yeah. Ian?
I like the shoes. They go with the jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just match in terms of color, but I think something
The shape.
leaner,
Oh, you're talking about the shape.
a leaner shape of shoe would have been better. A leaner kind of shoe.
Leaner meaning more
Meaning
formal? or
trim, no,
just
a kind of
trim?
a trimmer, like a fit like this, like a suede shoe like Don Robert is wearing, something
Okay.
like that, something narrower. Yeah.
But I like the way he looks.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Robert?
I like the combination, the coat and the shoes, but he has done something that I'm also guilty of doing, and many men have done it. When you take a photo, this peace sign, I
Yeah.
think it's the most cheesy, outdated, uneducated, obnoxious, malodorous kind of look. So men doing this and that and this, I think you look like you're in primary school. I have done that before.
It's because they don't know what to do with their
I
hands.
think if a man doesn't know what to do with their hands,
Yeah.
it means that's a man without identity. I've been guilty of doing that in some photos. Before I said that, and people pick out my photos on Facebook. But I think it's not a good thing for a man to do.
So what should a man do if he doesn't
Do
know
you
what
see
to
the
do?
gentleman who he said is a
one was in navy blue?
Yeah. Oh, he was just
how you
sort of
stand, you know,
clasped hands.
confidence and panache at his best.
All right.
But these, unless you're LL Cool J.
Annabelle, the fit, the colors, do you like?
I really like. I love the simplicity of this outfit, not doing too much. Love the fact that this is obviously a gentleman with dreadlocks, pulled them back so it's not, you know, cheesy dreadlocks. Love it, actually.
Okay. All right, I think we have one or two more images that we'll be bringing up. So let's move on to the next one. Okay. Interesting. Ian, your thoughts? You're trying to decide if you like it or you don't like it. I think you like
I don't know
it.
why he had to show off the watch in that way.
The answer is in the question.
Yes.
Yes.
You needed to show off the watch.
Yeah, that's unnecessary.
What about the polka dot?
But I like the polka dot, because you won't find many people who will do that.
Bold.
I like it. It's bold. Yes.
Robert?
I like the polka dot because I own one like that one. But when you wear smart, you don't wear big watches like that. It's a good watch with the wrong outfit, and the chains even make him look like he's totally lost.
Yeah.
And then the pose, holding his chin, I know it was a way to show his watch, but it's come out more confused. But the look is good. The polka dot with black is very, very good. I wish he just removed the watch and the dog chains.
And the chains. Annabelle, do you think he's over-accessorized, like Robert is saying, with the watch and the chain?
Yeah, I think this is a young man.
Yeah.
And I think young men often have an identity crisis where they do too much, or they feel like they have to throw on too many things to create a look. And just like Robert said, pare it down, remove the change, remove the cheap watch, and you have a look.
Wow, I don't know if the watch is cheap though, but I would say, I don't have a problem with this look at all. This is a music event. It's a red carpet for a music event. There's supposed to be something that looks tacky. Otherwise, it would not be a complete musical red carpet event. So he actually fits the bill. He has taken it home with that look. I think it's fine the way it is. He should not remove anything. You should just keep it, because every so often you want a hip-hop artist who looks just like him.
You say tacky. Is the tacky because of the chains and the watch?
It can look tacky if you do that, but on him, I think it's fine, because like I said, every music red carpet event needs
to have
something like that. Yes.
That's interesting. All right, let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to the next image there. And we have...
Bishop TD.
oh, there we have it. And I think Robert can tell us a little bit more about this picture, where it took place, who we see, because you attended this.
Yes, this was in Potter's house after the Pastors and Leaders Conference in Orlando. So that's Bishop David Moravi and Bishop T.D. Jakes. That was Sunday after church at the Potter's house.
Yeah, okay.
You have my comments as well?
Yes, I'd like your comments as well.
I think Bishop Moravi is one of the best dressed bishops in this country. And I'm not saying that just because
he's your boss.
No, I mean, he's my bishop, yes.
No, I'm saying, you're not saying that because he's your boss.
No.
He's saying that because he means
No,
it.
to be honest, he's a man who wears very fitting suits. And a man who can wear a pink shirt is an absolutely confident person. And both of them, of course, are leaders in their whatever they do. And pink shirt is quite good. And T.D. Jakes pulled off a double-breasted suit for a big person. You know, he actually pulled it off. T.D. Jakes, of course, has a team of tailors as well who definitely, because the arms fit and the frontal part fits as well. So both of them are absolutely smartly dressed.
They pulled it off. Annabelle?
Let me tell you, this is a rich man, the bishop, T.D. Jakes.
Both.
You can tell he's a rich man. I think T.D. Jakes is richer, probably. And you can tell he's rich because if you look at the suit, if you look at the fabric of that suit, I know that the people at home can't see, but you saw it. And it's really a perfect suit. And it fits. This is a bespoke suit, and you can tell because it's perfectly conformed to his body. Look at that double breast around his midsection, and look at the pants, how they fit just perfectly. And if you zoom in on the print, which they won't, but if you look at the print, there's actually a fine, like, it's a print suit.
It is.
This is the best type of suit that money can buy. This man has money.
Before we hear from Ian and Carol, you say that it looks, you can tell it's bespoke. I don't know if I'm asking this question right. Can you tell whether a suit has been tailored, taken in, or made for the person to wear? Can you usually tell the difference?
You shouldn't be able to
tell the difference.
Yeah, but this one has obviously been made especially for the Bishop T.D.
Okay. What do you think of both their suits?
Well, I'm just going to talk about T.D. Jakes because, you know, I think he's very stylish and absolutely awesome the way he dresses. It's a very unique kind of look that he does. What I want to point out is, because Robert keeps talking about the public opinion, a lot of men who are, you know, probably bigger tend to feel like they have to cover. You have to cover that there's only a certain look that is visually appealing to the public. Don't think like that. Think beyond your physicality and just think, if you find something that fits you well and then you have the confidence to wear it and you feel at ease in it, then that makes you attractive. Stop thinking you have to hide the belly. You just get something that makes you look and feel good about yourself.
That's good for people to know. Ian?
I love the way he's dressed. T.D. Jakes before used to wear the really long coats, really, really long, and they were big. And I guess he was hiding something. But now I think he's lost weight. He's looking a lot better. So his suits are better fitting.
Okay.
Love it.
All right. I think that's the last image we have, right? Okay, that's the last one that we have on Fashion Watch. I've learned a fair bit. I wouldn't tell you guys what I've learned, but there's a few things I've taken home. But thank you, as always, for making this such an enjoyable segment. The four
I
of
also want
you.
to thank Ian for not coming with a dress today.
Oh, come on!
Should we talk about that before we wind up?
I always thank Ian for coming with the dress because, you know, it showed how close-minded people can be towards fashion.
Yeah, exactly.
No man should wear a dress, period.
Was it? I know. I mean, I know we're making fun of it. I don't think it wasn't a dress. I know that a dress top.
That's why I wrote dress.
But maybe just before you wind up, is that what you call a dress top? I know for women it's a dress top. But I know a lot of men, especially abroad, wear that type of look. What is it called?
It's a tunic.
It's a tunic.
Tunic, dress, t-shirt, no. Tunic, look good in a suit. Look at him now.
I think I'll leave them fighting. But thank you so much for watching Fashion Watch. I'm Janet Bogwandisha. Have a good night.